Are you winning, son?
You already know what day it is. It's the day of love today. Day of Valentine's. Day of grab your significant other, grab your partner, and tell them, how you doing, baby? I'm talking about some freak nasty type of stuff. But that's not the point. The point is I'm trying to make is where did all the love in anime go? Like for real, where I get it, like the new rom-coms that they have now, they're pretty nice, pretty good, pretty detailed, especially the art. The art looks amazing. But where did the real love in anime go, bruh? Like where did it go? Because I remember the old shows, them old classics back in the day type of classics used to hit differently. I mean, do you guys even remember that one show? It's a really old one. It's an old timey one. It's called School Rumble. Now, if you've never heard of School Rumble, it came back around the 2000s, so around 2002 to 2009. That's when I remember it like being still being aired. But that show was so beautiful because it followed the main character Tenma trying to get the attention of her crush Karasuma, and it was beautiful. Until you realize she wasn't the main character. The main character was Harima. Big Kenji Harima. That was the main character. And that was my boy. I was slaughtered for my boy every day. Do you want to know why? Because this man had the most determination, the willpower to power through and fight for the one that he loved. I don't care what nobody says. Kenji is quite literally the main character of the entire show, and if he didn't exist, the whole show wouldn't exist. Matter of fact, let me show you a few reasons. And since it's the day of love, since it's the week of love, this is the month of love, let me show you something, a little flavor, just so you know how great this show and this man Kenji Harima really is. Now, there are definitely going to be spoilers, so if you don't really want to, look at spoilers, go ahead and turn away, or, skip in random parts in the video, and you may not get spoiled, you may, but just know there's going to be spoilers. But for now, I'm going to talk about the survival games. Specifically, there's like a little mini arc where they want to determine, what are we going to do for the festival? Are we going to do a maid cafe, or are we going to do some type of play? Now, because of this, they decided to host the survival games. And everybody has to survive. And what I mean by that, everyone is putting their bodies on the line, putting their life on the line for everybody and everyone involved. I'm talking about lovers killing each other. I'm talking about lovers going at it. I'm talking about people who don't even like each other going at it. I'm talking about everyone for everybody, and people are doing a thing. People who aren't even involved in the whole situation are getting involved just so they can get involved and just so they can take over the goddamn festival. And they need to do this right. And it is absolutely amazing. It is a mix of comedy with pure gold. I mean, it is a perfect mix of comedy and a perfect mix of holy crap. This is emotional. Like, look at this.
They just copyright strike me, so I had to do the whole thing over again. But this whole scene is absolutely beautiful. He's just talking to her about, I'm about to take you out to a date, and she said, "Nah, I can't do that because I have to fight for my team. I have to do the decision of which to host the team together." And then she cops my boy, and then a beautiful song plays in the background. I don't know if I can play it. You'll know after this, but it just be hurting. And they be messing up the whole thing. She over here talking on his dead body. She over here touching him, making sure she eat good. And then she gets wet up, dang, man. Woo! Y'all know how hard that hits that. Ooh, y'all know how hard that scene hit me. When that scene hit, boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was the first time I ever cried. A grown man was crying. Well, I was a kid back then, but a grown man was crying. I am to this day, still to this day, because of what the boy they. Whoa!
Let me tell you about the second part, how bro went out to sea to find himself after the love of his life rejected him. He was out here and I was out there. I was with him right there. He was having a hard time, I was having a hard time. We was out there on the sea, fighting for our lives on the daily, fighting somebody to the. Ooh, I was out here fishing on fish, putting hands on dolphins. I was fighting for my life, and I was right there with bro. It was me and Harima right there. We was locked in, harder than some seashells. Whew. Like I said before, big bro Harima was rejected by Tenma, and that made him want to go find himself, and quite literally go out to sea to go find himself. Because his main focus of getting better in school, becoming a better man, was so he could oppress her. But when she said, "Oh, I don't like you, I like Karasuma. This is someone who I want to spend my life with," it hurt him so much. He wanted to change. He wanted to go and find himself literally. And I was right there with him during the whole journey. He became a boss of a man. He became a mangaka. He wrote his own story. He actually got it published. He was an amazing person when he came back. And he only got better with time. Absolutely beautiful. Now you see, you may say to yourself, what does that have to do with love? What does that have to do with anything? He's just your favorite character, so why would I care? Well, that may be true, but it actually shows a progression of character. He goes from being a typical bad boy, a little bit of a punk, to someone who's trying to impress someone that he holds in high regard. So he's changing himself over time. But when she finally rejects him, he understands that, that's not just my life. That only her is not everything to my life. There's also something else that I can do for myself. There's things that I can do to change myself. And he eventually comes in contact with Ari. And I'm not gonna spoil too much, but just to let you know, my boy is locked in forever. And I'm not gonna say nothing else. He's locked in. Just know he's locked in. But I love the story that he actually was a part of. He grew and became an amazing person, and that's why I hold his character in just such high regard, is because the way School Rumble portrayed everyone in the show, it made you actually really love the characters and fall in love with them. Like the normal rom-com now, don't get me wrong, they're pretty nice, but there's not a whole lot of depth to the characters. In these older shows, there's so much depth because you get to know the story behind almost every single character, and it's beautiful. I absolutely love it, and I believe you guys should take it out. You guys should take a look at it. We only have a couple hours left, no, not even a couple hours. We only got a little bit left of Valentine's left. But you guys should enjoy it. Take a gander. Take a gander at the episode. Take a look.